Quarterback of the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Shooter take a shot deep. Open target. Turn left to right. Sets off. All
down.
Watch who's gonna step. He's gonna go for. It fell from the sky into air and ice.
Welcome everyone to the Magic City, where we see the number 20 UNC Tar Heels playing the number 12 Miami Hurricanes. Welcome to my broadcast partner, CJ Orndorff.
Hopefully you're doing well, man. Welcome to your booth for the first time.
Thank you very much. It's really exciting. It should be great. At kickoff, see that it is about 85 degrees, partly cloudy, about 73% humidity. Good return there off the bat for Trevor Austin. Oh, of course. Yes. Hello. Welcome. Like CJ said, my first time in the booth. My name is Tony Papel. Welcome to the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Good pass off the bat there to Cadbury Wellington. He's the second leading tight end in reception yards in the league right now.
Absolutely, and UNC has been preparing for this game all week. It's loud here in the stadium, so they've been doing that during practice also.
And the I formation handoff there. Clay Allen gets a loss of 2.
Over the past few weeks, Miami has been coming out with a decent defense, and it's good that they shut down that play early.
Absolutely, I agree. We're going to see a big battle between Clay Allen and David Brewer, the Miami running back. They're averaging nearly the same yards and touchdowns on the season. Drops back to pass, gets out quickly, deep ball. Oh, almost picked off there. That's a good play.
Absolutely. Good defense right there. That was almost picked up. That would have been dangerous for Tar Heels.
It's a quick 3 and out up there. Miami, great job there on defense. Let's see what they can do on this punt return. Fielded cleanly, breaks the tackle, and gets pushed out of bounds. Xavier May is on kick returns is averaging 32.8 yards, which is 4th best in the CFSL. We see him right there on the punt return. The quarterback keeper picks up about, we'll give him 10, but he's just short somehow. I'm not sure how that works, but Deshaun Odie is going to be key in the running game.
Absolutely. His coach talked really high about him over the past few weeks, how they've been able to get the run game going. It's going to be interesting how much they use him tonight.
All right, Odie drops back. Oh, tucks it to run. He's going to get trapped in the backfield, and that's going to be a sack.
Nowhere to go, in that UNC defense stands tall.
Jaden Carter there with a great sack in the backfield. Could be a 3rd and 6 coming up. Let's see what they've got for us. Gonna be in the shotgun, running back up to the left. Drops back, screenplay coming up. Can he break this tackle? He cannot. David Brewer with a 4-yard reception. It's a great tackle there by the UNC defense.
Absolutely. UNC stopped Miami cold, so.
All right, and that's another quick punt forced by the UNC defense. Not a lot of action so far on the offensive side of the ball. That's a good punt, though. Going to pin them inside the 20.
Absolutely. That's what you want to normally see back and forth early. A good defense battle both sides, but someone's got to get that kick game going, you know?
Absolutely. I completely agree. We're going to be under center here for UNC. Really running down the play clock there. Drops back to pass, gets it out quickly. That's a great catch there. And that's Ralph Murray for the 4-yard reception.
Miami shut that pass down instantly and held him before that down. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Miami defense adjusts to all this.
Exactly, you're right. Ada Martinez there. Be good to get him going. It's a good handoff right there. Oh, that's a very quick tackle for loss.
Stuffed him cold right there on that side, ladies and gentlemen. Might want to check him out there over there on the sidelines.
Really? No, I think that's Savage in there for the tackle. That'd be Blake Savage. And let's see what they've got here on 3rd and 3. I mean, you'd think they'd have to pick this up. Drops back to pass. Martinez looks to the left side. Got 2 receivers in the area. That's a great catch by Dominic Flores. 14 yards, and that's a big first down.
Absolutely. UNC was able to expose an open hole within the Miami secondary and capitalize on a first down pass.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I found that soft spot in the zone. We're going to line up in the eye here. Play action. Oh, that should have been picked off. Tom Reese. It's almost the 2nd interception. The game has to settle for 2 deflections.
He's getting lucky right now, ladies and gentlemen. He dropped the first one. He dropped this one. Sooner or later, he's going to haul that in and take it to the house.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, he is getting pretty lucky. That could have been 2 interceptions so far. Martinez has to be more careful. That's a handoff. That's a great pursuit by the Miami defense there to tackle the loss.
Like we said, Miami has been snuffing out this defense early. That's what both sides of the teams have talked about. Their defense that has capitalized on everything.
You're absolutely right. This will be a 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 here. Martinez has gotten lucky. We'll see if he can find a nice spot. And going to settle for the screen. Got a couple of blockers, almost picked it up. It's 9 yards for Clay Allen.
9 yards ain't going to get it. You got to get that extra yard to get that extra set of first downs.
You're right. You're exactly right. It'll force another punt there from the 50. It's a little bit disappointing. Still have yet to see a team cross midfield mark. We'll see if Miami can do it on this upcoming drive. Built the punt cleanly. Sheds a tackle, but then gets tackled right away. Xavier May again. Solid pickup at 12.
It's a solid pickup. It's small gains that you get across the board. Not everything's going to go in your favor, so.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We'll see what Odie can do back here in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Drops back Obi. He keeps it, but he's going to be sacked. It's probably more like a tackle for loss if he tucked it. But Chance Thomas, the middle linebacker, putting up a solid season so far.
Absolutely. And in Columbus, Ohio right now, the Ohio State Buckeyes lead the Oregon Ducks 7-3 with, well, it's in the second quarter, so.
I'm sure that's going to be a lot of attention on that game as well. It's two powerhouses of the league. A screen pass. Here breaks the tackle, runs over a defender, David Brewer, with the 4-yard reception.
Was he a U-Haul truck or a dump truck? He just flattened one man and took another man to the sideline.
You're exactly right. It might have been a Mack truck, honestly, at this point. Odie drops back to pass, finds a nice receiver over the middle. That's Sailor Sage, and that's a great pickup.
Absolutely great pickup. Beautiful pass. He was able to try to get into that secondary, but was snuffed out instantly.
All right, 1st and 10 here. It's a good first down pickup. Quick pass. That's picked up. Oh, my goodness. That'll be returned. That's probably going to be for 6. North Carolina defense really stepping up there.
Absolutely.
Kenneth Narwick with a great pick.
Absolutely. Right place, right time, and he takes it to the house for 6. That's going to put a little bit of salt in the wound for Miami. Just look at this on the PX Sports replay cam.
You're exactly right. Just jumps that route right away with the great interception. That's going to be quick. We've seen Martinez get lucky for UNC a couple times, and the first mistake really Odie that makes gets picked off for 6. There'll be 7 points for UNC. It's 7-0. That's a great interception.
Absolutely, and you can't predict that. He was in the right place at the right time. He's able to burn the Miami offense instantly.
You're right. All right, Xavier May, I called him out earlier for his kick return prowess. Hopefully he doesn't let me down. 27 yards, and that's a solid pickup there. Going to be starting just across the 25-yard line.
And as you can see, the Tar Heels on defense, 20 yards, 2 averaging, and 2 sacks with 1 INT. That's how you want to start off your night, you know. Good start at the office for him.
You're exactly right. We need a bounce back, or Miami needs a bounce back here. See what they could do. Drop back to pass, putting a lot of trust in Odie right away. It's a good, solid completion out there to Ren Chuchi, I believe that's correct. All right, here we go, 2nd and 4. Across the middle, that's a great hit there, but Justice Fury, the cornerback, listed as the cornerback for 7 yards. It's a nice pickup for that first down.
I don't know if that was helmet to helmet. If that was anywhere else, that would have been a penalty, but he was able to stop that play dead.
Chucky, I see. I apologize. I was confused by the traditional Italian spelling there. That'll be a nice tackle there by Darwick. He's having a great game. It's a good tackle for loss, and he had that interception earlier.
Absolutely, and as you can see, he stopped the play dead cold. Miami had nowhere to go.
Right, those quick passes out to the flats are pretty dangerous, it looks like, for Miami early. We'll see if they keep going to it or if they switch to different play calling. Gonna be a handoff off to the side, sheds a tackle, but the swarming of the UNC defense brings him down for a loss of 1, or for a gain of 1.
They've been practicing this all week. They went over the film when I talked with the AD earlier today down here at the Hard Rock Stadium. It's just going to be interesting to see how they counteract what Miami throws at them.
Drops back to pass. Odie throwing it deep down the left side, has a receiver, and that's a fancy. Oh, I thought he had it. He was laid out for it, but has to settle for an incompletion, 4th and 9.
Would have been a beautiful pass downfield to get 6 points on the board, but not happening today.
No, I thought he had it, but it has to settle for the punt. UNC defense stands strong again. And that's Cadbury Wellington with a solid 8-yard return. As that graphic shows, we see that UNC's defense is stepping up in the sacks and interceptions, but no real pass deflections, and that's where Miami has been thriving.
Absolutely. Miami is walking on eggshells right now. I don't know whether to pass or run, so.
You're right. And that's Clay Allen there for the 0-yard rush. And that's a great tackle there. That's team defense up the middle.
Exactly. Miami and these two teams are literally looking at each other in the mirrors because there's no carbon copy of each other.
No, you're right. Martinez drops back to pass from the shotgun, throws it out to the flat on the right. And that's Wellington again for 9 yards. That's a solid strike right there for the UNC Tar Heels.
Absolutely. He went right, passed right, went down the sideline, but if he would have just reached out a little bit further, we probably would have had that first down.
You're right. Might need to get on Wellington for talk about falling forward and maybe not diagonally. Martinez drops back across the middle. Wellington again. He's been his favorite target so far.
Absolutely. And over the past few games that I called for UNC, either here on YouTube or on Twitch, they've been doing a lot of passing, and that kind of had burned them here recently. But it's going to be interesting to see how they go forward.
Will be under center here for Martinez and the UNC Tar Heels. Hand off to Clay Allen, gets trapped in the backfield, still somehow gets 3. I'm not sure how he got 3 there, though.
He was met by a wall of hurricane water. That's all I can say because Miami's the Hurricanes.
You're exactly right there, yeah. In the shotgun. That's a handoff to Allen again up the middle. Going to be tackled from behind, and that's a great tackle there by Corey Mucci, I believe that is correct. I'm confused with the CCI spellings there. Drives back to pass. Going to be a screen play. Barely gets it out. That's a great deflection there by Blake Savage.
He was able to get his hand on it, but if he would have gotten both hands out there, he would have burned the UNC offense again. You're
right. That could have been an interception for Miami to respond, which they might have needed. We'll have to see if the Miami offense can get going here. Runs over a defender, but still somehow managed to get taken down. Savion May with a 5-yard return.
Absolutely. And looking at the Pacific Game Live Summer right now, 7 points, plays 15 to 12 about even, 53-33 on total yards. First downs are about the same.
You're right. It has been pretty. It's been a pretty even game. It seems like just with that one interception return. Otherwise, these two teams are pretty evenly matched. We got the tight end coming across in motion off to the left. Quick throw out to the right. And that'll be a gain of 4 there for Chucky.
Do you think he was looking to truck that dude, like, on the kick return there?
He probably was. You're right. I think so. All right, Odie drops back to pass from the shotgun. Loads of time all day in the backfield. Oh, and that should have been caught. I think that's a drop from the receiver there.
Pass into what seems like double coverage. If he would have connected, he would have been able to burn the UNC defense right there.
You're right. It seemed like he had it all the way for at least a big gain, if not the touchdown. Quick pass out to the left. Sheds a tackle there. Gets a first down. That's a great pickup by Brewer for 12.
He said, get your hands off of me. Let me throw you to the side. I got to get to the buffet.
He did have to get to the buffet. That is so true. You are right. We see Miami here. Maybe their best field position of the day so far. Great handoff there. And Brewer's going to get a 2-yard gain.
It was just a good play right there for the UNC defense. They're standing tall, but they still got 2 more downs to deal with.
You're right. But 2 yards every game or every play is not going to get you a first down. So the UNC defense, good to just keep it to 2 there. Another handoff up the middle. He runs over a couple defenders. Brewer picks up the first down with 9.
He's getting there. They're chipping away. I know I preach about it. Chip away because sooner or later you're going to expose a weakness within your opponent.
You're right. Miami's having a really good opportunity to run it up the middle on this UNC defense. Odie drops back to pass, has an open receiver, but just overthrows him.
I don't know if he was aiming for somebody on the field or aiming for the water boy on the sidelines, but that was a decent pass.
It could have been a souvenir to his parents, too. You never know. Tried to get them involved, but it'll be 2nd and 10 here at the 47. Another play action. Tucks it to run, but is tackled, and that's a great tackle for loss there, or for a sack. That's excellent coverage there by the defense.
Absolutely. If he would have just stayed in the pocket was holding, he decided, oh, I'm going to try to run out here and do something. Well, it kind of burned him, so.
You're right. I believe that is Thomas Chesser, defensive tackle there with the sack. Excellent there for the UNC defense. Standing tall, going to force 3rd and 14. We'll see what Odie and these Hurricanes can do. They're going to drop back to pass. Blitz is picked up, throws it deep to the left. Somehow with the reception, Demetrius Reese, what a catch.
Absolutely. I don't know how. Maybe he ballerinaed the line, so.
You're right, and that'll be the end of the first quarter with UNC leading 7-0. Stay tuned. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. And we're back with the second half, the second quarter, immediately with a run-up by middle by Brewer for an 8-yard pickup.
Chip away at your opponent, because sooner or later, I'm going to say this all night because that's the occurrence of both teams here. Both teams are literally equal on both sides of the ball.
Are you saying chip away as in pick up yardage, or chip away because you're thinking of tortilla chips? I don't know, but that's a great coverage there by the UNC defense.
Chip away like ice chip away.
Yes, of course.
But that was a good stand there, so.
That was a great team defense there. 3 Tar Heels on the tackle, forces the 3rd and 5. We'll see if Miami can pick up this first down, at least get into field goal territory. Drops back to pass. Odie has a receiver off to the right, and that's a great pickup of 17 for Justice Fury.
Able to aim down the sideline and get to his man before the UNC defense can swarm that area.
You're exactly right. With a great pickup, that forces inside the red zone, I believe, coming up for the Hurricanes. Yes, exactly. They'll be at about the 14-yard line. Got to get points here, you think, if you're Miami.
Absolutely right there.
From the I formation, just forced to get it out quickly. Odie is there. Great coverage there.
Pocket was closing. He didn't have anyone downfield, so just throw it away. It ain't going to hurt the stat board later.
You're right, exactly. Nothing lost with an incompletion there, rather than forcing it into coverage. Odie, quick throw out into the flat, burns a man, picks up the first down, and that's Chucky over there with a 12-yard reception.
12 yards, and they're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. They're about to punch their ticket to the promised land.
You would certainly hope so if you're a Hurricanes fan. Going to line up in the I formation. Got 2 tight ends left. Hands it off to the fullback, but gets plowed. There, Wojcik with the no-yard gain.
Wasn't able to go anywhere, and he was just stopped cold.
You're right, Trevor Austin there, coming off the edge with a great tackle. Keeps it at 2nd and goal. Gonna spread it out this time under center, 2 receivers to the left. Drops back to pass, and is forced to throw it out again. This UNC defense is standing tall.
Absolutely. UNC's been known to stand tall within the red zone. They proved it against multiple ACC opponents this season.
That 2 tight end look again in the I formation here from the 2-yard line. Handed off to Brewer. Could not get it. What a stand by this UNC defense.
Absolutely. That's what you want to see. Keep them out of the end zone, but they got to either block this field goal or let them take it.
I know you'd think they'll have to get some rush on there. Have to settle for giving up 3 points, but I think if you're, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line, I think you take giving up only 3.
Absolutely, and back to our Columbus game score update. Ohio State 14, Oregon 13.
What a great game over there. We've got a game just as good here. What's a fantastic return from Trevor Austin. Gets across the 25-yard line. That's a 30-yard return.
Good return on both sides of the ball. This is the kind of game you want to sit down with your family, grab your drink, your food, and just tune in and have fun,
Yeah, I agree completely. Clay Allen running over a linebacker there. Almost gets away for 6 yards there.
We might have to call Miami PD because he just murdered the man.
I think you're absolutely right, yeah. Martinez under center, brings the tight end in motion across to the right, drops back to pass, has a receiver, and that's toe drag swag there from Dominic Flores.
Just toe drag your way and hopefully pray for a miracle. That's what's going through his mind right now.
That's a great pickup of 15 there. UNC seems like they might have found something on the offensive side of the ball here. We'll see if they can keep it going, though.
So what's your keys to the game tonight?
My keys to the game, I think it all starts with Davin Brewer and Clay Allen. They're both so close in rushing yardage. As you see Allen get the ball here again, makes a man miss for the 1-yard gain. I think it really comes down to them. They're 413 yards and 410 yards entering this game, and we'll just have to see whether the running game can get established with both teams. As we see Martinez in the backfield, hands it off to Allen. Almost runs over another linebacker. That's another 4-yard gain there. DJ, what are your keys for this game?
So as we have seen, defenses stand tall on both sides of the ball. As you see, UNC's only 2 for 5 on their third downs. Both teams are standing tall. That's what you want to see.
You're exactly right. They are standing tall. There's been a defensive performance tonight. In the empty backfield, throws it out to the left, has a man, and that's a great pickup there by Clay Allen. Even catching balls out of the back or as a receiver this time. We'll see if UNC can keep this drive going. 1st and 10 from the 33. Under center here for Martinez. Drops back to pass. Quick throw across the middle. Still somehow on his feet, but that's Cadbury Wellington again, the tight end for 6 yards.
Wellington's been a key piece of this offense here recently, and that's one thing you like seeing. His coach commented high about him, the run game and catching, so.
You're right. He's been a big blocking unit for Clay Allen as well as he comes across in motion. That's play action across the middle. There he is again. That's a 10-yard pickup for Wellington.
He was able to expose the hole, getting into the secondary defense, but still stopped cold.
You're right. That soft zone, about 7, 8, 10 yards in the Miami backfield is where Wellington is living right now. Dominic Flores with the 8-yard pickup there.
Just keep chipping away because, like Miami, they were able to push almost to the goal line. UNC's getting there.
You're right, they are. There'll be 2nd and 2 here from the 10-yard line. Dumps it out quick into the flat, and that'll be a 1-yard loss for Alpha Marine. That's a great tackle there.
Absolutely, was able to stuff it out. On 3rd down, there's probably a lot of things going on. They're debating to pass it or run it. Me personally, I would probably run it, see if you can try to keep Miami on their heels.
You're right, the run game has been working, and that was Justin Pufal on the tackle there. A great open field tackle. The 3rd and 3. See if Miami defense can stand tall again. Dropping back to pass. That's across the middle. That's a big pickup for the 1st down, but he doesn't get in, and that's Telly Miller.
Hey, he was able to find that hole, managed to get closer to the end zone, but not close enough.
You're right. We'll see if Miami can do just what UNC did earlier. Goal line stand from the 3. That's a hand up the middle. Great tackle there, and that's big number 96. I believe that's 96. Maybe I was incorrect. I'm so sorry. All right, again, here we go. 2nd and goal. Martinez keeps it himself. Open field tackle, makes a man miss. Sheds another tackle, almost in, somehow gets denied. What effort there for Martinez.
Martinez was like a pinball machine out there, or a NASCAR race at Darlington, just bouncing off one defender, bouncing off another man. Give that man a Kit Kat bar.
You're right. Thank you very much in chat. 94 called Patrick. I must have misread it wrong. It's 96. As Arnold Richards walks in for the 1-yard touchdown run.
He found the 1-yard open hole, and he was able to sneak through it. So
somehow he managed to get it in. You're exactly right. And UNC here, barring the extra point, which does go through, it is a 14-3 UNC lead. That's a great sustained drive by the Tar Heels.
Absolutely. And speaking of decent drives, we got a good game over on Twitch right now. Ohio State 17, Oregon 13.
That is a fantastic game. Very close. Miami coming from the end zone, returning it here. Gets across the 20, not much more. Xavier May with the 25-yard return.
He threw the man. I don't know. I'd feel disrespected if I had that happen to me.
I agree. Absolutely. We'll see if Miami can get anything going on the offensive side of the ball. They almost had it last time. Odie drops back to pass. Almost gets picked off again. Oh, my goodness.
It's getting dangerous out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a light breeze, so there's not really a wind affecting these throws. So
you're right. I agree. Somehow the UNC defense is coming prepared. I believe that was Ed Lott, free safety. Across the middle, that's a good pickup there, and that's Chucky for the 10-yard reception.
Absolutely. That was a beautiful pass right over the middle. Luckily, it was just wide open. Nobody was able to get there until right there after the 1st down marker.
You're right, exactly. Empty backfield here for the Hurricanes. Odie drops back, floats one over the middle. That's Duval Green for 8 yards.
That's a little dangerous, but it's working. So
I agree. We've seen Odie, get lucky a few times. I'm not sure floating it is the solution, but that's okay. We've got a man coming across. Brewer gets stuffed up the middle. Still gets 2 yards, but it's 3rd and inches here.
he spared him. That's why I'm laughing, because he crumpled him right there before the first down marker.
You're right. Exactly. He did. 3rd and inches. We'll see if UNC could stand tall again. It's not the goal line, though. Odie running, pitches it with the spin move. Fantastic team defense there for the loss of 3 by the Tar Heels.
He put him on the spin cycle. He must have been in the washing machine. So
you're right. Trevor Austin in there with a couple other Tar Heels for that tackle, and that they forced the punt. That's a great job from UNC there. Let's see. We got about just over 2 minutes left when UNC receives the ball, puts his head down. Cadbury Wellington as it picks up 11.
So I keep saying Wellington. Isn't there food named after that too, or?
I'm not sure actually. I'm not as big a food connoisseur as yourself. I'm sorry, I don't know. Martinez, big number 11 in there, gets there early. Justin Pufal with the quarterback pressure.
He found his hole and he was able to be a bull, see him, attack him. So
Martinez lucky to get that ball out, and that's great pressure. He drops back to pass again. Runs right into his own offensive and defensive lineman, and that'll be I'm not sure who tackled him, if that's his own lineman or somebody else. So they give it to Jay Gates. Big number Jay Gates. That's a big tackle right there, or big sack. Green pass, that's broken up. Blake Savage, excellent defense on this drive by the Miami Hurricanes.
Absolutely. You talk about the one guy running into his opponent. It's loud out there. The stadium's rocking. The booth here is also vibrating. So
it is. You're absolutely right. With that sack, Jay Gates breaks the Miami season record that was previously held by Owen Britt. So that's excellent for Jay Gates. Congratulations there.
Hats off to the man. I know he's working hard down there, and he'll probably get something post-game. So
I'm sure he will. We'll see what Miami can do. The defense stood tall. We'll see if they can score in these last 2 minutes here. Odie drops back to pass. Blitz pit coming up. Can't escape it. That's a big sack there.
Yeah, big one. He was able to get him by his feet, maybe get the aglet of his cleat. I don't know. So
aglet, great word. Phineas and Ferb taught me that one. And that's Autumn Morgan with the sack there. That's a great tackle. Second and 12 here for the Miami Hurricanes. 14-3. You think they'd have to get points here on this drive. Empty backfield, drops back to pass, is pressured again, somehow escapes that, but cannot escape again. And that's Chesser, I believe, or no, that's Chance Thomas, I'm sorry, the middle linebacker with the sack.
Big man was able to find his assignment and just lock one and grab and haul him down for the loss.
Exactly. Chester having a great season so far. I believe that puts him up above 50 tackles for the season. Excellent performance there from the Tar Heel. Miami drops back for the screen pass, gets it out, breaks one tackle, hurdles a man, fumbles the ball, but it's out of bounds. That's lucky for Miami.
Oh, man, he's trying to do aerobatics in the game. That ain't going to work. So
He tried to put the team on his back, almost went terribly, but they're lucky to just punt this instead of a fumble. Muffs the punt. Great, makes a man miss, makes a second man miss. That was close. That was unbelievable there by Wellington.
Absolutely, and Wellington, maybe he had something on his hands, he had to drop it, but he was able to pick up one man, shed him off, and continue hauling with the assignment that was brought down shortly.
You're right there, exactly. Might have had something on the hands or something on the mind. Might have been focusing too much on this upcoming drive. See what UNC can do this drive. Wellington goes in motion out to the left. Going to be a slant across the middle, and that's a great catch there. Martinez with completion.
It's stuck in coverage, but just chip away at it because that's what you want to do going into halftime. Either go up big or stand tall.
Right, and that's Corey Mucci there with the tackle. Martinez dropped that quick pass again. They're not going to get much yards there. Tatiana Hoops with a good pickup there, though, with one.
Absolutely, and that was one of the bigger players they had back in week one, Miss Hoops. So it's good to see Hoops back out there on the field.
You're right, somehow managing to get that catch there in all that coverage. It's a handoff to Allen. Seems like they're content with just running this down to halftime. But Miami calls a timeout and forces the punt. They want the ball back.
I don't know if that's a good thing. They might be able to have a chance for a Hail Mary when they get this signal for a fair catch.
You're right. They might need a big return and then a Hail Mary. We'll see what Savion May can do. Fumbles the football. Oh, but it's luckily picked up again by Miami.
The air in this stadium just got sucked out, ladies and gentlemen, just on that one play.
This Miami fan base, exactly in Miami, Florida, collectively held their breath. Going to be a Hail Mary here. Loads of time in the pocket. Throws it deep down the field with lots of receivers. Oh, that was almost a touchdown there. Good defense by Trevor Austin.
Standing tall.
You're right. It's 14-3. Number 20, North Carolina with the lead over number 12, Miami. What a fantastic showdown here. CJ, what have we seen so far, and what can we expect this upcoming half?
So the first half, we saw a mighty defense on both sides of the ball standing in, and then we had that interception right there where they were able to turn it immediately, as you can see right here. So, but over the next few quarters, I expect to see either Miami and or UNC to come out guns a-blazing, trying to get that final knockout blow before that whistle sounds.
I think you're exactly right. We've seen fantastic defense from both sides. Offensive have been struggling, but we've seen a couple plays here and there pick up big yards. This will be a great second half of this football game.
Absolutely. So about this time, you need to go get your sandwiches, your popcorn, your soda, whatever you need to drink, and settle back in because you got 2 more quarters to tune into.
You're exactly right. Look at that. Almost even pass rush yards and time of possession. This has been such a close game. North Carolina's just managed to capitalize.
Absolutely, and that's what you want to see. This is an ACC matchup. It doesn't matter who's going to come out on top. They're going to fight it out to the end.
You're right. What a fantastic game. CJ, thank you so much for welcoming me into the broadcast booth this week. It's been a pleasure so far, and I can't wait for this next half.
Absolutely, man. You have all season to get up in this booth, son. I understand you're a little worried, but you got this.
After that, after my shaky opening, it's been much more fun, and I've really enjoyed it so far. And we'll bring this energy for this second half. Savion May coming out of the backfield. Miami with a good pickup, breaks the tackle, and gets across the 35.
Did he truck someone, or did he just duck underneath someone's arms? But team defense for the Tar Heels, 122 yards, 3 averaging 5 sacks, and 1 INT that happened back in the first quarter.
You're right. That big pick 6 we saw on that second Miami drive. UNC defense has been standing tall. We'll see what they can do here. Odie in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Across the middle, it's a great slant. And that's Brewer out of the backfield. That's 15 yards.
He had a herd of Tar Heels bring him down. If they weren't there, this would have been a bigger play.
You're right. I agree. The free safeties are there. They're covering up the long plays, but they're in between that linebacker and safety spot is that soft zone. We've seen both teams really kind of living in that area. We'll see if that continues to happen or if the defenses switch up. Miami, Odie under center. Great team defense there, and that's Brewer for a 1-yard loss.
They were able to get loose, and they were able to bring. Technically, the defense understood the assignment, if you catch my drift.
I do. And that's Chance Thomas again, the middle linebacker, with the tackle. He's having a great game so far. Under center again for Odie. We got the bunch formation off to the left. That's a quick handoff up the middle. Brewer going to pick up 4 there.
Picks up 4, but hey, it's 3rd and 7, so UNC either stands tall or they give way. So Miami's 4 for 9 tonight, so.
You're right. That is DeAndre Gross on the tackle there. Saving potentially a big run. Drops back. Loads of time. Throws it off. Had a man, but has to settle for the incompletion.
Pocket was closing. He didn't see anyone downfield until that last possible second, but that man wasn't nowhere able to get that, so.
You're right. Exactly. At least it wasn't an interception if you're a Miami fan. They'll be forced to punt across the 50. That's disappointing. That punt goes into the end zone, so that'll come out to the 20, and we'll see what UNC could do this half.
All right, so you asked me I asked you what your first quarter keys are. What's your second quarter keys to get from either team to get a victory tonight?
I think UNC really has to live in that soft zone. I think they're doing a great job. They're getting Allen going with another 6-yard pickup there. But their passing game is really living on those 10, 15-yarders. I think for Miami, they've really got to focus on developing any kind of offense. Their defense is playing pretty strong, but their offense is struggling. Swarming defense there from the Hurricanes. I don't know who to credit. I might as well just credit the entire team. Kevon Kane gets credit with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, do you hear that? I hear some hurricane sirens going off in downtown Miami. This game is starting to get good, ladies and gentlemen.
That's very funny. That's a good one there. As we see Martinez in the backfield, in the shotgun, 3 receivers out to the right. Audibles for the screen, but sacks in the backfield. That is fantastic defense.
Absolutely. This place is starting to come unglued. It's lively here in the third quarter early. As you can see, the big man himself understood the assignment and was able to assist on that sack with number 69.
You're exactly right. That's Blake Savage with the big sack on the screen. Couldn't even get it out, and they forced a punt. The punter is currently standing in the end zone. We'll see if they go for the block here. Doesn't look like they're trying to set up a solid return. May catches it on his own 45, brings it across the 50, breaks the tackle with the stiff arm, goes in it with her 11-yard pickup there. CJ, what are your keys for this half?
All right, so first half it was defense. Now you want to play offense. This is the chance you want to ball out. As you can see, both teams have done it back and forth. Right now, it's looking like an upset with UNC being the underdogs, leading 14-3. So they have 5 hurries, 0 knockdowns, and 5 sacks. That's the main thing we have right now. 5 sacks against this defense. So
you're exactly right. UNC is looking for its first ever road win. They've never won outside of Chapel Hill. The Odie under center with a quick pass into a swarm of defenders, but that's Chucky for the 7-yard pickup.
Pick them up, lay them down. That's the mindset of this team right now.
You're exactly right. Like you've said, CJ, you just got to chip away. That's a quick 7. We'll see if they can do that, get that touchdown that they need. Man in motion, play action, loads of time, but he's gonna keep it and run with a good pickup, sheds a tackle across the 20, but then gets blown up. But that's a 17-yard gain.
He took one man, shoved him down to the Dollar Tree, and then the next man just U-hauled him at the intersection.
Jackson Tate with the huge hit there. Maybe we'll see. I'm not so sure Odie wants to run again now that he knows that Tate's in the defensive backfield waiting for him. But we'll see. Drops back to pass. Lots of coverage. He's going to tuck it again. He's not afraid, he says. Oh, he blows up a man, but then gets tackled for 11.
He told one man, if you ate during halftime, I'm going to feed you my shoulder pad. What a run.
You see beat it down in chat is right. I kind of want him to slide there too. I agree. Drops back to pass. Odie again. Quick pass out to the flat. And that's a 1-yard pickup for Brewer.
Absolutely. They're in the range now, so maybe they'll tie this game up and make this thing a fight to the finish.
UNC did stand tall on its own goal line last drive. We'll see what they can do. Odie's going to keep it again. Not afraid. Doesn't slide. He's almost in, but it's going to be on the 1-foot line.
Oh my, I hope the referee's shoe is small enough to clear that 1 foot, so.
They say that's 1 yard. I think it was a little bit closer than that. But we've got I formation, 9 down linemen on this play. Handed off to Brewer, and he does not get in. Great defense again from these Tar Heels.
The Tar Heels know how to play. They have excelled this during practice from what I have seen. It's just, wow, hats off to them.
I agree, absolutely. They're going to have to settle for the field goal again. UNC's defense is really coming up clutch, backed up to its own goal line.
Well, back in Columbus, I know we've been covering both games, starting to get unglued. Ohio State 24, Oregon 16.
You're right, but that's still 8 points. It's still that's still a touchdown and 2-point conversion. So, but you're right, it has gotten a little bit out of hand. We'll see if the Oregon Ducks can respond. Here, UNC could take a pretty big lead with the touchdown here, but Miami's defense has been playing pretty well. We'll see what Martinez can do for this drive. Quick throw up. That's got to be picked up. Tom Reese, that could have been his 3rd interception of the game.
Would have been his 3rd interception. He just doesn't want it. He just keeps throwing it away.
You're so right. It could have been, but he somehow doesn't have any. But his coverage is great. He just has to make that play. Cadbury Wellington with the quick 9 yards.
All right, we don't want the interception. Fine, I'll burn you for 9 yards.
Exactly right. If you're gonna give Martinez chances, he's proven that he can lead successful drives. Bunch out to the left from under center. Quick pass. That's a quick pickup. Wellington again, 4 yards for the first down.
Good slant route right there to Wellington. Just hats off to him. That just feed the man.
You're right. They just got to keep feeding him. He must have 10+ receptions at this point. He's been their key. Comes in motion across to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Allen. Gets a big block there from the offensive line. Another block. That's a pancake. And he's off to the races. He gets to the 30-yard line. That's a 32-yard rush.
Did anybody call the Florida Highway Patrol? We got somebody on the loose, because just absolutely starting to go crazy.
You're right. It's a great block there from Wellington. Again, he's all over the field. And this Miami Hurricanes, you're right. I think those sirens are getting louder. We'll see if they can force a stop here. Bunch out to the left for under center again. And they're going to force the incompletion. And that's much better defense there from the Hurricanes.
Absolutely. And in chat, do we have a comment on the DE chasing him down? That was the comment. I don't make those kind of comments on the air.
You're right. I think we see 99 speed defensive lineman there. Oh, that's Wellington, I believe. He's going to be inside the 10. Can't shed that tackle, though. That's 23 yards. Like you said, CJ, they just keep feeding him the ball.
Absolutely. They're feeding him, and just look at him. He just feeds one dude. Take my shoulder and just deal with it. Let me get within the 10.
Martinez successfully leading this drive again. It's got great blocking by the linemen. A great run there by Allen. Wellington coming up clutch again. We'll see if they could score here. Martinez drops back. Touchdown. Oh, that's almost a touchdown. Somehow, again, he's not in. They might need to review that.
I don't know. I think he was stopped dead short, maybe 1 foot of that end zone.
You're right. I'm sorry there. She was almost in. Tatiana Hoops. I apologize about that. We'll see what UNC can do. Again, the 1 foot line. See what they can line up, and they line up in the I formation. 9 down linemen again with the handoff, and that's stopped again. Great stop there. That's big. That's Big J Gates.
Absolutely, Gates understood the assignment. We are not going to let them in our end zone no more. Shut it down.
No more is right. I formation again. They've got 9 in the box for Miami. That's a handoff to Allen again, but this time he sneaks in, and that's a touchdown.
So, Tar Heels are a GOAT, right? So, are we having a farm frenzy?
That's interesting. That's something I've never considered there. It might get out of hand here for Miami. They desperately need to score on this next drive. It is 21-6. The underdog, number 20 UNC, over number 12 Miami.
I don't know what the sports book had. I know I made a bet on it earlier. I think I probably put Miami winning this. I think I regret my bet now.
I know. I think a lot of people are probably in that situation. I said to myself before the game, I was not going to be like Pete Rose. I do not bet on the games I am involved in, but maybe some other games might not be going my way, shall we say. But we'll see what Miami can do this drive. Under center, Odie, man in motion, goes across. He's running down a lot of clock here. With the delayed handoff, gets blown up. Brewer for the 1 yard gain.
Absolutely. I know we talked about the big man trucking here. Oregon just scored. It's 27-22 in Columbus.
Okay, that game's getting a lot more interesting. You're right. And that was a great tackle by DeAndre Gross. I'm sorry I missed it. But that was a great blow up there. He's having a great game so far. Drops back to pass. Finds that spot. That's about 15 yards down the field, and that's a great pickup.
Absolutely. Looking at it, it's a good pass into the secondary, but defense was able to swarm them from all sides after that.
You're exactly right. That's Justice Fury. He's been huge for this Miami team. He's listed as a cornerback at the start of the season, but he's been having a great season so far for the Hurricanes. In the shotgun formation, we see Odie drop back. Blitz picked up. Almost intercepted again, but that's Sailor Sage for the 5 yard pickup.
just chip away, because right now you're down, but you got to try to expose some kind of weakness within that UNC defense, either a hole, some kind of zone coverage shift. So
you're right, exactly. Loads of time. Oh, covered, but Odie with the sack there. That's great penetration from the defensive line.
Absolutely. It's starting to get a little unglued for the Miami Hurricanes right now. This might get bumped down to a tropical storm. I don't know, but
that's a really interesting point. You're right. We will have to see what happens for the Hurricanes in the shotgun. Odie again, 3rd and 9. You think they have to score this drive across the middle float, and that's a drop pass. You've got to come up with that.
He got a little scared. He had all those defensive members around him. He was just trying to watch his surroundings, not able to keep his eyes on that ball.
I know, you're exactly right. They're going to be forced to punt. Punt is away. We'll see if UNC they could put it out of reach on this possession. We'll see if the Miami Hurricanes defense can step up. What does Miami need to do here on this drive?
Well, let's go ahead and take it from both sides of the ball. UNC needs to put the hammer down. Miami needs to find a way to burn UNC quickly because they're running out of time.
You're right. They are under center. See if they might run some clock up. They say, no, we're going to pass it. Wellington with the 4-yard pickup there. They keep feeding him the ball.
Absolutely. I don't know how much you can feed him because post-game you're going to have to give him something, a Whopper, a Big Mac, something, so he quenches hunger.
You're exactly right. He might need oxygen in between when the defense is on the field because he's getting thrown the ball so much. Martinez across the middle. That's a good slant pickup there. That's Tatiana Hoops. She's having a great game.
Hoops bounced off one person. Back to the pinball reference. That is a pinball. Hats off to him.
You're right, exactly. She's having a great game. Got a few pickups here. Got fantastic hands, though. All her catches have been in coverage. Martinez up deep across the middle. That's going to be about 20 yards. Oh, 20. I thought that was way far. The 12-yard pickup for Hoops. There she is again, back to back.
So first it was Wellington, now it's Hoops. They're spreading the love around. That's what you want to see on the road in hostile territory.
You're exactly right. Martinez doing a great job getting all the receivers involved. Under center, bunch off to the right, drops back. Great coverage. Has to settle for the no-yard gain. That's Selly Miller.
A little bit of toe tag swag. Is that what you call it? I'm not sure.
Toe tag swag. There we go. That's a Jeff line right there. You're exactly right. I missed it. That's a good pickup. Thank you for telling me. High formation here. Takes the handoff. Throws it. Tatiana Hoops. There she is again. 2 yards.
She went to go back, break to the right, and she was met by either a U-Haul truck, a brick wall, just something just got lit up on that play.
That was a huge hit. You're exactly right. That's Justin Pufal, who is on defense having a pretty good game as well. Miami has been, their defense has been playing pretty well. They're keeping them in it, but their offense is not living up. We'll see if the UNC Tar Heels could score here. That's going to be a screenplay, and that gets blown up, and that's Jay Gates for the tackle for loss.
He was able to grab him by his legs and just hold on for dear life, as you will see here on the replay. Just a magnificent throw, catch, but just wasn't able to go anywhere.
Just could not break that tackle. You're exactly right, CJ. And they're gonna force the punt. That's exactly what Miami needed. We'll see if they let the quarter end or if they kick it here. Oh, they do kick it. Okay. See what Xavier May does. He lets it go into the end zone, and they'll get to the 20. 8 seconds here. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. See what Miami can do here. Got to score on this drive. Got to score probably pretty quick, I would think. Drops back to pass. Here's Odie. Gets caught from behind, and that will be the end of the quarter, and that's a great tackle for loss. And again, that's the end of the third quarter. We see number 20 UNC beating or winning over the number 12 Miami Hurricanes 21-6. Don't miss the exciting conclusion of this game. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. All right, and welcome back to the coverage of the CFSL on PX1 Sports. Get those fours up in chat. Odie drops back to pass, and that's almost picked off. Narwick almost had the pick six earlier, almost picks that one off.
So I know we're in Miami. I hope you get this reference. From The Rock. Do you smell what the Tar Heels are cooking?
That is true. I do get that. Oh, that's a great blocking on that screen. Brewer picks up 7 yards. CJ, what does Miami need to do here in the fourth quarter to get back into this game?
Right now, Miami's playing with their backs on the wall, literally, figuratively, emotionally. They need to come out firing, exposing something.
Right, exactly. They force UNC Tar Heels force the punt, gets across the 50-yard line. Wellington, this is great field position for UNC.
Absolutely, and they've been spreading the love around between Wellington, Hoops, and a bunch of other players. That's what we want to see, teamwork, because those are your brothers and sisters down there in the trenches.
You're exactly right. We've seen the defense stand tall. Allen, and that's good. They're going to stop Allen for a 3-yard loss. Great swarming defense there by the Hurricanes.
Absolutely, swarming storm surge right there, able to trip him up and bring him down.
We'll see if the Tar Heels can put away this game on this drive. Under center, Martinez calls Wellington in motion. The I formation, play action. That's thrown deep down the right, and that's picked off. There it is. That's what Miami needed. They needed finally to get that pick. That's a great interception there. That's exactly what they needed.
The air, I see a bunch of UNC fans underneath our booth here in Miami. They were just breathing, and as soon as that was hauled in, you could just see them throwing a fit. Just, wow, this game has now changed for Miami.
It has, you're right. Maybe that gives them the momentum. As Moochie says in chat, Reese, exactly, finally, he had 3 drop picks earlier, finally gets one. And that's a great keeper by Odie. Oh, but he fumbles it. Oh, I don't believe it. He fumbles it. Could this go all the way? One man to beat, gets forced out. This is crazy.
Someone check his hands. I think he's got some butter on his hands because he's coughing up the ball.
I don't believe it. Joe Gates in chat thinks he's down. I don't know. Are they going to review this? They are. Oh, that's a good call there. We'll see what the refs say.
Personally, I think he wasn't no, he was not down before that ball went down. So I think it is a forced fumble return.
That's so interesting. I thought the exact opposite. I thought, that look, though, the ball might be out. You're right.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
Reversed. Miami keeps the ball. Lucky there. Odie's got to keep better control of the football.
I'm gonna agree with everybody in the chat. He was down, but it's gut instinct because personally, I think it was a forced fumble.
Oh man, that's so lucky there. Takes the sack, but I think he'll take the sack there rather than giving up the fumble.
Yeah, that big play erased by UNC by the referees. I'd be a little upset if I was UNC. I'd try to get that ball back now.
I would too. I think we saw Gross there on that sack, maybe taking out a little bit of frustration, maybe out of the eyes of the refs. We'll see. Odie with a quick pass out to the left. That's a 5-yard pickup. It's still 3rd and long.
3rd and long doesn't matter. Miami's been known to run the ball. They've excelled well so far. Maybe they can continue excelling to the end of the game.
You're right. This defense is standing so strong. We'll see if they could force a punt. Loads of time for Odie, throwing deep down the right, got a man. It's great coverage there by Narwick. Had the pick earlier. It's a fantastic game for Narwick today.
Absolutely. Final check-in going back to Columbus, 34-22, fourth quarter, about 3:20 left in that game.
That game might be out of reach. This game's still very much in reach for both teams. Only a 15-point deficit. That's still 2 possessions. We'll see if UNC puts it away or if Miami can get the stop and stay in it.
So what's your keys to this fourth quarter as Miami's trailing?
I think the defense has been doing a great job. Somehow I think they have to do even better than they have been. But as we see Martinez drop back, throwing deep down the right. And that's, oh, what a catch. I don't believe it. I thought that was picked up. That's Hoops.
Hoops. Able to get open, get long, and pray for a miracle. Hats off to the catch and also her.
That ball was in the hands of the Hurricanes defender. bobbled it, and somehow Hoops comes down with it. That's incredible concentration from Tatiana. What a great receiver the Tar Heels have in her. Under center. Play action again. Gets it quick out into the flat there. And that's Teddy Roberts for 1 yard.
That's not what UNC wanted to see on that big drive. They were hoping to shut down Hoops earlier in this game. I'm guessing Hoops is out there to burn them now.
Bill Hogan in chat is right. She'll steal Yo Money's for sure. What a fantastic catch. Somebody clip that. That's got to be top plays. That's a big sack for Jay Gates there.
The big man able to punch through the line, see the quarterback, and just wrap him up.
You're right there. That's Gates' second sack, I believe. That means that he has now reclaimed the lead for league leader in sacks. And if he gets one more tackle for loss, he will reclaim the lead in tackles for loss from defensive tackle Lacey White from Florida State. So congratulations to Gates for that sack. What a back foot throw there from Martinez, and that's great pressure from Pufal.
Absolutely. You don't want to throw off your back foot because that could be very dangerous.
You're right. Miami's probably got to be looking at blocking this field goal. This would be a 3-score lead if it goes through, and it does. That's Miami Hurricanes. I think you're maybe a little bit of a sigh came out there. You've got to score quick here on this possession.
Absolutely. This game ain't over yet. We still got about 5 minutes left in this game. Still plenty of time to rally.
You're right. It is plenty of time. Exactly. You never know. You get a quick score. Deep plays can get a drive in 30 seconds, force a stop, and you never know what can happen. We'll see if the Hurricanes can get back into this game. UNC defense, though, has been stout all night.
Absolutely, and just look at the thing, 9 tackles. Chance Thomas out there, 9 tackles, 2 sacks, and 3 tackles for loss. Have a day, big fella.
You're exactly right. Leader of this defense, Chance Thomas, having a great game. That's across the middle, and that's Thomas again, I believe, forcing that incompletion.
He's getting there. He's everywhere, man. Personally, if we had to do a PX1 Sports player of the game, he'd be my player of the game. He's excelling on that defensive side.
I think you're right. It might have to be Thomas. No interceptions or anything, not the pick 6, but he's all over the field, like you said. That's sincere battle with the 2-yard completion.
They're trying to figure out what's working, and right now they're throwing everything at this UNC stone wall. UNC has dug in deep.
Exactly right. Drops back to pass. Odie, 3rd and 8. Got to force it here, I think. Toe drag swag. Justice Fury there.
Toe drag swag with a little bit of ballerina. Maybe he was a ballerina in his past life, so.
You're right. Never shame the male dancers, especially the male cheerleaders as well. They do such good things for those dancing and cheerleading communities. We'll see what Miami could do here. That was a great throw by Muti. The Gun in chat says exactly right. Odie drops back across the middle, and that's Demetrius Reese for 4 yards.
They're trying to chip away at this. They're looking at the clock. They're hoping that they're not running out of time sooner rather than later.
You're right. You'd think these passes over the middle are a bit risky. Maybe you want to focus on the sideline or at least pick up the first down. Clock is running out. Man comes in motion under center. Odie drops back. Tucks it and run. Oh, and gets blown up by Thomas.
Hello, big man. He was able to get loose, found his hole, but he was met by a U-Haul truck.
You're right. That's QB Spy settling in his zone, but would not let him get that first down. 3rd and 3 here. Got to pick it up if you're Miami. UNC stand tall here. You might just win this game with this stop. Under center. Delayed handoff. Brewer does not get it. Forced it to you. Got to go for it, I think, here.
And it looks like they are going for it.
You're right. I think so. We'll see. UNC could win it here. This might be the ball game on this play. Odie drops back. We're going to tuck it and run. Does pick it up. Sheds a tackle. Odie, that's a 7-yard gain.
Sheds a tackle on the spin cycle at least. Just, wow, able to stay on his feet for that long.
At least a 75 spin move. You're exactly right there, CJ. We'll see if he can do it again here, leading Miami down the field. Odie drops back. Throws it quick off to the left. Got to get out of bounds here, I think. It stays in. I don't know. That's a little maybe an error of judgment there from Reese.
A little bit, but you just got to figure out where you are on the field, so.
That's true. It's got to be situational awareness there. We'll see if that hurts them in the long run. They could score quick here. See inside the 40 in the shotgun. Two receivers to the right. Odie drops back pass. And that's deflected at the line. That's a great pass breakup.
Absolutely. And we have a final from Columbus. Ohio State 40, Oregon 22.
Oh, wow. That game did get out of hand. You were right, CJ. That was Chance Thomas with the pass breakup. He's all over the field, like you said. This is a run. Do they step? Oh, he gets pushed across that, but that's fumble. The ball is out, and that's picked up by the defensive lineman. UNC might have just won this game.
Yeah, you might want to check him because he may have been down. We had this issue last time, remember?
You're exactly right. We did have this issue earlier. That's a huge play. You would see Miami collectively holding their breath here. We'll see. I believe that is a walk-on recovering that fumble as well. See what they could do. See how much clock they run down here. Miami has 3 timeouts. Got to force a stop. They're going to throw it. I'm surprised with that. Gets leveled. Great hit there. Ralph Murray with the 4-yard gain.
He might be seeing triple people. Make sure you're running for the right person.
Exactly right there. What a great hit. That's Kayvon Kane again. Called his name a couple times tonight. That's a great hit. Choosing to keep their timeouts. UNC being smart, letting the clock run down. Under center. The handoff up middle for Allen. That's a 2-yard rush.
Chip away at it, because right now, just put your foot on the gas pedal and hope and pray you don't throw an INT, force the fumble, something.
You're right. Miami needs to force a turnover here. In the shotgun is Martinez. 3rd and 5. Miami desperate for a stop here. Jordan Easton in chat calling for 4 routes to hoops. I think you might be right. That might be the way to go. Either her or Wellington across the middle. See what, or if they choose to run it with now, we'll see what UNC chooses to do here. They're going to drop back to pass. Martinez throwing deep down the field. That's picked off. Oh, my goodness. That's exactly what Miami needed. Great run back here as well. That was desperately needed by Miami.
All right. You force us to fumble, we're going to take it back. That's what this is. We talked about defense in the first quarter. Defense is living up to its fourth quarter name so far.
You're right. Matt Jones there with the interception. That's a clutch pick there, but it's you might call it an arm punt, if you will. We'll see if Miami can deliver, though. Empty backfield here for Odie. Throws it deep down the left. Toe drag swag. I think he's in for sure. They're going to review it. I thought he was in.
I honestly feel like he was in. Maybe he did put a little bit of toe drag swag style on this. He clearly did.
I think he's clearly in. What a fantastic catch there by Demetrius Reese. It stands. I believe that is a completion. If it stands, and it is. Good. That's a great catch by Reese there. Odie with a fantastic throw, only where the receiver could get it. Drops back again. A more toe drag swag. Reese again down that left side.
I don't think that's toe drag swag. I think that's heel drag swag. That's the way he's falling.
You're right. That's 2 heels. That's good in the NFL. That's fantastic situational awareness. He didn't get out of bounds earlier, though, so that might have cost them. But that is 2 great catches there and 2 great throws again by Odie. And comes in motion across the formation. Odie drops back. Across the middle, it's a first down. Can he get in? No, he can't, but that's okay. Brewer, 14 yards. That stops the clock.
If I'm Miami, I'd be throwing everything at this UNC defense. Keep them on their heels. Get that 6.
You're exactly right. Game is not over. Clock is running. Got to be quick. The UNC has stood tall on the goal line twice now. We'll see if they can do it again. That's knocked out. I think his own running back knocked it out of his hand.
I don't know. I think it was just he was able to get there quickly. He just had to throw it away, and he got his hand on it also.
You're right. I think you might be right. I think that's a bad call by me. Under center in the eye, 9 out defensive lineman, across the middle, and that's a touchdown. There we go. Julio Craig with the reception.
He was able to get open. That UNC defense didn't stand tall like they have the past 2 times. So
you're right. That's clutch for Miami. UNC defense has been strong all night. They finally get into the end zone. 24-12. I think you got to go. Well, maybe going for 2 isn't worth it, but they're going to do it anyway. Let's see if they could get in here. Under center, bunch to the right. Odie. Man comes the motion left. Drops back to pass. And that's a quick 2 again. Justice Fury gets the 2-point conversion.
Absolutely, and just watching this, look how he got open. Just quarterback was able to put eyes on him, and right there just gave up the 2-point conversion.
All right, going for the onside kicker. They need it. A couple weeks ago, I watched the game where the onside kicking team did recover it, but not this time. It doesn't look like. Still on his feet, getting positive yardage. AJ Ragland with the key recovery.
Absolutely, wasn't really any advantage or going forward or falling back. It was just a 0-yard gain. Now this is the time that UNC can put the hammer down.
You're right, 3 timeouts here. I think getting this first down probably puts it out of reach. Allen with the 2-yard pickup there. First time out by Miami.
Absolutely. UNC has all day to run out this clock. Hats off to Miami for trying to come back and win this game.
Right, exactly. Allen again up the middle. That's a gain of 4, 3rd and 4 here for this UNC Tar Heel team.
Now, if they punt this ball back to this Miami defense, we don't know what's going to happen because they drove down the field and was able to capitalize. So
you're right. They did have a sustained drive. It took a lot of time off the clock, though. Throwing it on 3rd and 4, but that's Wellington. He's so sure-handed. Great pickup of 9.
He's just out here handing out shoulder pad sandwiches at this point.
10 receptions for Wellington. What a dominant performance tonight by him. Under center, that's probably the game there. Handoff to Allen, running across. That's a great tackle there, though.
Absolutely. So start working for next week if you're in Miami, because you know you got to either go on the road or be at home. So
you're right. Looks like this will be another handoff there to Allen. Great team defense, though. Defense isn't giving up for Miami, but I think you're right, CJ. This will be the first road win in program history for North Carolina. Somebody
better get a marker and a case out for that ball so they can take it home.
I think so. You're right. That'll go in the locker room for sure. 3rd and 10. No more timeouts for Miami. I think they're probably going to let this clock run all the way down. And I think if they a couple more plays and this game will be over. Passing on 3rd and 10. Again, just completely subverting expectations. But that's Wellington, 11 receptions tonight.
Absolutely, and if UNC, well, they're going for the field goal, which doesn't matter. They're going to probably run out the clock anyway.
Well, the spread for this game is 12.5. So right now the under, if this goes in, the over hits. So looks like they might let this clock run out. This has been a fantastic performance by this UNC Tar Heel team. And it looks like that will be it. CJ, sum up this game for us.
It was back and forth on both sides of the ball, but as we all talked about, UNC delivered, and then they got their first road win as an expansion team. Hats off to everybody on that team. And see, Chance Thomas is our player of the game.
You're right. He was our player of the game. He's the game's player of the game. I think that speaks volumes. What a fantastic defensive performance from both teams tonight. Truly, Miami coming back next week. We'll have to come out a little bit stronger, I think. Join us next week, join us later tonight, 9 o'clock on Twitch for Florida versus Alabama, and 9:10 on YouTube for Nebraska versus Iowa. Thank you very much to our executive producer, Mike Peters, and my broadcast partner, CJ Orndorff, for tonight's action. On behalf of our entire broadcast crew, I'm Tony Papel. You've been watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube.